Hi friends, how are you doing? Now today we're going to revisit a beautiful Imala stamp that actually is from collection 4, which is chapter 4, which is the ornate key. Simply stunning. It's one of my firm favourites of all of the collections. It's just so universal to use, and of course you can see there just how beautiful and detailed the key actually is. So what I've done first of all is I've taken a piece of watercolour card, and you can see already I've added a little bit of book paper, a little bit of ink work, and then just some stenciling to coordinate the colours together. Next, what I'm going to take is my aperture of my circle, and I'm going to place that in the centre, and I'm just going to stick that down. Now remember, you can use your apertures many times with all your different stamps because it is just a mask, so it's fabulous to use again and again rather than being wasteful. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the middle of the key, so the actual facial part, and I'm just going to pick this up very simply, and I'm going to grab my VersaFine black ink. So now I'm going to pick this up, add some ink on top of that, nice and easy. Now this is a beautiful stamp, it just catches the ink, simply gorgeous, and them ornate leaves are just stunning. So now I'm just going to do a bit of fingertip dancing over the top, just to push that stamp through that aperture. So let's have a look. Perfect. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take away the aperture to leave the design. Then I'm just going to grab a piece of paper. Now with this, I'm going to use it again as a mask. So now I'm going to use the edge of the stamp to create that beautiful detail. So I'm going to pick it up again, add my ink, and just go over. Now this looks beautiful embossed as well, but I'm going to be doing some painting on top of this in just a second. So let's have a look. Lovely. Rotate it round, mask the area off. Add the stamp, pick it up again, add some ink, stamp that design. So now we're making it into a border rather than using the whole stamp as usual. This is a great way, if you've not tried stamping partial pieces of your stamping, it's a great way of really utilising how to use these. So now again, exactly the same, rotate it round, move your stamp into the position, just pop it slightly over, let's go that way I think. Yep, I think I'll bring that up there. Pick up your stamp, and it's just that edge that we need. Now you could go over the stamping that you do very simply, maybe with a distress ink after, or you could double stamp, or maybe do second generation, third generation inking from this, just to create layers. But I just want to get that detail of the magnificent, beautiful imagery. Absolutely stunning. And it's that flourish effect. Simply gorgeous. So now I'm going to rotate round, and I've just got one little small area to do here now. And again, you can put it on an angle if you prefer, or you can do it straight, completely up to you. So just by taking a piece of white paper, or it could be any colour actually, just a piece of paper and an aperture, and you can create very simply a very detailed image. So now I'm just going to pop my stamp over there a second, and we can start painting. So very simple. I've got my palette with my gouache paints, and I'm just going to activate them with a little bit of water. So I've got the green, I'm going to take it slightly into the blue, and then add a bit more water and bring it right down to the teal. So now you can see I've actually got my ombre of colours ready to go. Rotate your brush so it's not too wet, and then we are just going to fill in some colour. So simple. I'm going to go into the green now. And we are just filling out that detail. So you can exaggerate it. I mean, the flourishes of this stamp are just incredible. Really beautiful. And very ornate. This would work perfect for a wedding card, new home card, maybe starting a new beginning, key of the door. Absolutely fabulous. And I just think it's an incredible, beautiful background stamp, as well as using it as a main focal point. So you can see you can go over, this is the beauty of the gouache paints. Now look, I'm going straight over the ink work that I've done behind, but you can still see the clarity of the colours and the design together. You'll notice as well I'm not washing my brush in between my colours. That just gives you much more of a blend, really. You can go straight back in, picking up a different colour. Now I'm going to just add a little bit of water to pick up a bit more blue. Come into that flourish. Tiny bit more blue. And you'll see with all of the Amala stamps, we have these darker areas that is actually put in within the stamp. This is your blending area, so that's your darker area, and then you blend out from there. So now we're going lighter. Fill in that colour. So again, I'm just going to rotate it round, make sure it's not too much wet. Just follow it round. Super easy, very beautiful. So I'm just going to pop that round there. So now I'm going to go a bit darker, bring in that teal now a bit, rotate. And then we can just bring in some of this colour. Now the best thing to do as well, if you are a bit heavy-handed like I am, is work on a piece of paper, because I always put that part of my hand on my artwork. I do it a lot, so it's always a good idea to have a piece of paper just to the side, just to either lay on top as you add more colour, or just to lean on. So now I'm pulling out this green, going into my teal, picking up a bit of blue, just to exaggerate that colour around. Now this stamp as well, it grows really quickly. You've only just got to add a little bit of colour in, and before you know it, you've nearly done. It doesn't need a lot, it just needs a little accent here and there. Looks absolutely exquisite, embossed in gold as well. And then of course you've got that encapsulated, so you can very easily paint with watercolour or gouache paint, whatever you prefer. Now the beautiful gouache paints are available on the Stamps by Me website. So if you fancy something a little bit more vibrant, this is the perfect medium for you. Plus also it's buildable. You can very simply add it to black card as well if you prefer. Beautiful. So all I'm going to do now is place it onto a blue card. Very simply, I'm just going to use a tape runner to add that on. And there we go. Very simple, very easy, beautiful and effective, just using that fabulous, gorgeous ornate key. So create your own border, create that topper if you like. Simply stunning. I hope you've enjoyed today. I hope that I've made you inspired and you go away and create something equally as wonderful. Thank you, my friends. Take care of yourself and each other, and I will see you next time with the Marla at Stamps by Me.